Fuze is a new heist movie starring Aaron Taylor Johnson, Sam Worthington, and Theo James, and it's centered around a old World War II bomb in England that hasn't gone off, and they just find it. And while some of the military is trying to figure out like what to do, get people out there, like try and disarm it, a heist takes place. And as a whole, the premise was really interesting, and I don't think the movie worked all that well. It was still watchable, and it had its moments, but it could have been a lot better. It had moments where I thought it was going to kick it into extra gear and be as good as it could be, but it never rose above being just a fine movie with a pretty good cast that had moments, but never rose above that. I think that Aaron Taylor Johnson was great. I thought Theo James was great, and I thought Sam Worthington was great. I think all three of those guys are really good actors, and seeing them in a movie is really cool. And the story is a decent story, and I will say that towards the back half and stuff, it did get a bit better, to the point where if I watched it again, knowing where everything was going, I can see a possibility of me liking it a bit more, but it has such a really good premise. Like, I like heist movies. Placing it around a World War II bomb that hasn't gone off, which, like, that's an actual thing that happens in England, which I think is kind of cool. That obviously it's dangerous, but that there's still like World War II bombs being found. Like, that's an interesting premise to put it around, and I don't think that they used much of it to its potential. Ravonna Renslayer from Loki is in this, and she doesn't really do anything. She mostly just sits at a desk, and like, she didn't really do much for the story. And with Sam Worthington, Theo James, and Aaron Taylor Johnson, I don't know if it does the correct I don't know exactly how to say it, but like, I think that some of them were used a little bit less than they should have been. And then I think the only one who really got like a good chunk of screen time was Theo. Aaron got some good screen time, but I do feel he was maybe not in it as much. It did focus more on Theo, and I still liked him. I thought his character was good, but Aaron Taylor Johnson's character was probably the one I was most interested in, and it didn't rise above being a watchable movie. But like, as I said, like, if I do watch it again, like, I could see it being better for me. But the problem with that is that I don't really feel like watching it again. So I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it again. So it will probably just stick at like a 2.5. Like, it's watchable, it has its moments, and it has a really good main cast. But besides that, it is not as good as it could have been. Or yeah, I don't really have much else to say. It was watchable, and I guess that if a heist movie with these three sounds interesting enough, I guess it's worth a watch. But it's not my favorite movie of the year, and it definitely won't be. It's not my least favorite movie of the year, and it's not a bad movie. Like, it's not a bad movie. It's just, with the premise and the cast and everything, I thought it would be better, and it just wasn't. But I really don't have much else to say about this movie. It was not my favorite, but yeah, the next review will be soon, and it will be on the TV show Man of Fire that just released, and I have more to say about that one. So I'll see you in that one, and yeah, see you next time.